El Clásico is here. Real Madrid, Barcelona. Who is going to be the winner? Who has the best starting 11? Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today, as you guys can see, we are not in my office. We are actually outdoors. It's a perfect time to talk about the Clásico because that is going to happen literally tomorrow. It's insane. A lot of hype for this Clásico. A lot of expectations from both teams. Both teams are going into this Clásico with a lot of momentum. I think it's the first time we have all been excited to see a Clásico in a while. For last 2-3 years has been a little rough for El Clásico hype, and I think this year finally hype all around, so that's good to see. Nerves, of course, as a Madridista, nerves 100%, because man, you see Barcelona, the form they're in is insane. Then you got Madrid, and we're at home, and the remontadas are always there. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a good game tomorrow. I'm excited, but I'm not gonna talk about who's in better form, who's in. This video is about who is coming into this game with the best starting 11, or the who's the best. I guess I am talking about who's best in form. Which players in what position are the best in form, and we're gonna go one through one and see who has the better team. Which it's tough. It's not easy. But of course, if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys love football, man, drop a like, drop a sub. We talk everything football here, and Madridistas, of course, you guys already know we are 100% Madridistas here. Even though today's video is going to be pretty controversial, it's going to be a little it's not going to be biased whatsoever. I am going to do my absolute best to not be biased today, because of course I can't say the whole Madrid squad today is the best one we have, because it's not a lot of these players are not in form, and you guys will see. My list is going to be a little weird, and doesn't mean I'm not a Madridista, doesn't mean I'm, it just means I'm realistic. We got to be non-biased here, especially we have to be true to ourselves, right? Let's get into it, man. Again, it's going to be a controversial one, I already know. Let's start with Real Madrid. Of course, this is the lineup I think that we're pretty much going to go with. Obviously, we don't have Courtois, we don't have Rodrigo, so there's a few players that we know are not going to be in here. Lamine is going to be in goal. I mean, we could be worse off, guys, but Lamine, at the end of the day, was the keeper last season, and he saved our butts a lot of times. So I'm happy with Lamine being there. I'm not mad at that whatsoever. On the left back spot, we have Mendy. Mendy has not been the best this season, right? Mendy has not been the very best. I mean, there's been even times, a lot of times, I feel like a lot of us can say that we prefer Fran Garcia over Mendy at the moment, which is it's a lot to say, because a lot of us, I mean, Fran Garcia has not been great as well for Real Madrid, but at this point in time, sometimes Fran Garcia is the better choice. In this case, though, of course, Ancelotti's not going to put Fran Garcia because he wants to defend, especially Lamine Yamal coming from that side. We're going to need Mendy to be on his best today. And in defense, we have Militao, Rudiger, and Lucas Vázquez. Pretty much the set formation. There's not much we can change here. Militao and Rudiger have not been the best, but they're not the worst. They're like, just, I would say they're mid this season as well. I think Militao might be a little bit in better form than Rudiger. Yes, Rudiger did get the goal, but I feel like Rudiger gets cut out a lot of times. The position he's not really aware of what's around him, and that does kind of not help us at all. And then Lucas Vázquez, of course, Carvajal injured. Lucas Vázquez is our only option at the right back, even though a lot of people were saying that we could use Militao as a right back and then drop Tchouaméni down as a center back, and then Camavinga for that Tchouaméni spot, which is not a bad idea, but I don't think Ancelotti is going to go for that. So this is, I think, the lineup. Midfield, Tchouaméni, Modric, Bellingham, and Valverde. There's a lot of reports saying that Modric is going to be the starter today or tomorrow. I think it's true. I think Ancelotti is going to want experience in that midfield, especially if Barcelona play the high line. I mean, we need someone who can put those balls into VINI and Mbappe. Modric will be the guy. And then Tchouaméni, Valverde, not much to say about them. Tchouaméni, we kind of need him to be that stopper, that that player as a center defensive mid. And then Valverde, box to box, that guy is an engine. Cannot replace him whatsoever. Camavinga has a shout, I would say, to be in the team, but I think using Camavinga as a second half sub could be even more better, or Modric as a second half sub could be as well pretty good. So I think it's just 50-50 on them, but I'm almost leaning to Modric being on the lineup than Camavinga. At least we know Ancelotti, we know what he loves Modric. And then Bellingham, Modric said that Bellingham, there's no more experiments with him. He's going to go back to his normal position, which is the cam, which is what he played last season, which is what he did amazing in. So he's going to be back there tomorrow. Mbappe and VINI, I've seen a few what do we call them, lineups that people are reporting that they think, or they have the inside scoop about. A lot of them have Mbappe on the left and Vini on the right, which is very important because Mbappe on the left is a god. I mean, this guy is amazing on the left. Of course, you have Vini. I think they're just going to be switching back and forth. Nevertheless, it's going to be a very scary attack. Not much to say. Vini, great form. Mbappe has a lot to prove. This could be the game that could turn his season upside down right away. Everyone will forget about the slow start to Mbappe. This is the game that can do that. And that is the Real Madrid side. Now let's go over to the Barcelona side. I'm not 100% sure if this is the lineup, but this is the one I've seen and the one that they've rocked a few times already. So there's Iñaki Peña, Koundé, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez, Balde, they got Pedri, Casado, and Fermín in the midfield. Of course, in the front is Raphina, Lewandoski, and Lamine Yamal. So not much to say there, guys. I mean, Peña is definitely one of the weaker points. Iñaki Peña, another weak side. I mean, it's tough, man. It's not even that they have a great like elite squad. It's just they have a squad with a plan. Like, you look at the squad and you look at the Madrid squad, you're like, oh, this shouldn't be a battle. This shouldn't be this close. But it's the way that they're playing that it's literally giving them the edge, so that it's gonna be tough, guys. But I think it's time now to decide what position is best in form, and we'll make the starting 11 with the team that I think is best in form. And trust me, like I said, it's going to be a little surprising, the amount of players that we're going to be the Madrid and Barca players we're going to put here. But let's start at the goalkeeper position. We have Iñaki Peña and Lunin. As you guys know, I think it's pretty safe to say, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and add Lunin here because it's really no competition, right? Lunin over Iñaki Peña all day. Iñaki Peña has been great, but a lot of times we've seen that he looks nervous. He looks a little shaky when he has the ball, when, you know, so it's not a competition. Lunin, even though he hasn't played much with Madrid, but he always has that instinct. These guys are training every day, so it doesn't even matter if they play much or not. Yes, it might affect them a little bit with confidence, but at the end of the day, these guys are professionals. They do this every day. Let's move on to the left back position. There is Ferland Mendy, and then there is Balde. Very different players, by the way. Balde, he's doing amazing in the attacking. Defending, he's not too bad. So that's Balde. And then there's Ferland Mendy, who's not doing that great defending, and that's the best trait that he has. And his attacking, you guys know, is non-existent. This guy doesn't know what to do in the attack. He has 3 left foot. He just doesn't do anything in the attack. So needless to say, the left back spot has to go to Balde. There's no debate here, guys. I mean, whoever says Mendy over Balde, at least now, obviously Mendy as a player is much better, I think, than Balde all around because of the security that he provides you. But now all of these ratings are now. Every player that I put right now is how they are playing right now, not in general, now. So that is very important because this changes a lot for a lot of these players. Balde right now is better than Ferland Mendy. In the center back spots, I mean, if we just go all around through the center backs, right, there's Rudiger, Militao, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez. The form that Íñigo Martínez is playing right now is absolutely surreal. I mean, this guy, for the age that he has, you would think that he came to Barca to be a third tier center back, which he probably did, but with Araujo being injured, this is his chance, and he is definitely taking it, and he is performing amazingly, guys. So I think Íñigo deserves a spot here. He has to be in there, right? Rudiger, Militao, and Cubarsí. Cubarsí has been great. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cubarsí has been great, but there is a few moments here and there where I think Cubarsí just lacks experience or maturity. You know, you can't fault him. I think the kid is 17, 16, maybe, might be wrong, maybe 18. But I think right now in today's day and age, at this very moment, I think the next one that I would put in the center back spot, again, controversial, it could be wrong, you guys might not think this way, I think is Rudiger. I think it has to be Rudiger. The intensity this guy shows, I mean, yes, he's not the most disciplined, but he does ping you those balls. He gives you that intensity, he gives you that fear, especially against players like Lewandoski. He's gonna be on him all game, I already know that. So Rudiger, I think, deserves a spot as the center back to have next to Íñigo Martínez. And then on the right back side, I mean, there is no competition, guys. It is Koundé all the way over Lucas Vázquez. If Carvajal was there, maybe we have a discussion, but Lucas Vázquez and Koundé, no discussion. Koundé right now might be one of the best right backs in the world playing right now, not overall, in the world, in form right now. In the center mids, man, this is where it gets tough. Let's start from left to right. I think Modric and Pedri, we put them side by side together. The way that Pedri is playing right now, guys, the way that Pedri has been playing recently, I thought Pedri was going to be done for after the performances, after the injuries, after how he played with Xavi. I thought Pedri was just going to be one of those extra players. I mean, of course he's going to be a starter, but the level that he's showing right now is like, it's crazy, especially against Bayern. The game he had against Bayern, I don't even know what to call that. But Pedri, I think, has to be in that starting 11 in the midfield. The next one, which is, I think, an undisputed one, no matter who you go for, has to be Fede Valverde. And probably one of the best players that Madrid has right now is Fede Valverde in form, because this guy just battles everything. The passion he shows, the everything this guy carries to the team is what you need. So I think Fede has to be in the team whatsoever, guys. And then the last one, it is either between Tchouaméni or Casado. And let me tell you guys right now, man, yeah, Tchouaméni hasn't been bad, right? But he hasn't been the Tchouaméni that we Madridistas know that he can be, right? I feel like a lot of times we fault Tchouaméni for a lot of the things that happen in the midfield, the balls that we don't recover, the goals that we concede. And I feel like right now Tchouaméni is just still trying to figure himself out. On the other hand, though, Casado, I mean, again, a youngster for his age, and the amount of quality that this guy's bringing, or that Hansi Flick is bringing out of these kids, and Casado is no exception, man. Saying that they prefer not to bring Kimmich to the team and keep Casado. Manqued is one big one that he's literally saying he prefers at this moment in time Casado over Kimmich, which is insane. That's the level that Casado's playing. So I think Casado has to be in that midfield with the rest of the players. And again, like I said, this is going to be a very controversial video. You guys might even think this guy is not a Madrid fan. Trust me, man, I did not miss a game. I'm one of them. I have eyes too, you know. We need to use our eyes sometime, and a little bit of the brain. And if you think that more Madrid players belong in this team, the way they're playing compared to the way Barca players are playing, you got to open your eyes, man. Yeah. All right, let's start on the I mean, that's gonna be tough here, man. I'm gonna have to move some of these positions around, because not having Raphina and VINI in this up front is criminal. It is criminal, right? The future Ballon d'Or player, the form that he's in, he's been crucial for Madrid in the Champions League. He's been crucial for Madrid in La Liga, and just crucial in general. And of course, getting the hat trick. I mean, this guy, you can't not have VINI in the squad. So we're putting VINI right off the bat. And then Raphina, Raphina could very well be the best player in the world right now, form-wise. How he's playing is insane. I mean, this guy literally has Jesus playing and has the wheel behind him, because everything works out for Raphina, man. So in form, I think Raphina and VINI have to be up there. And that leaves Yamal, Lewandowski, and Jude Bellingham. Now, obviously, we're switching it a little bit. You know, if I have to put a striker, the only one really there is, oh, and Mbappe. I forgot. That's how you know Mbappe hasn't been this determining in this stage of the competition, because I quite literally forgot about Mbappe, because there's not much that he's given to the team. Yeah, he's an important player. He's a high value player. If you tell me Mbappe or Lewandowski every day of the week, I'll tell you Mbappe any day. But form-wise, has to be Lewandowski. But then there's Lamine Yamal there as well, guys. Jude, I mean, we're not even going to put him in that conversation. He's not the same Jude as last year. If you tell me Jude of last year, he's in the squad, but not right now. So it's either between Lewandowski, guys, or Yamal. Like I said, Mbappe is not making it into this team whatsoever. I don't know. I don't care who you are, what you tell me. If you think Mbappe makes it into this team because he's in form, you're blind. I'm just gonna say you're blind. I'm sorry. But Lewandowski or Yamal, this is a tough one, guys, and this is just me preference, because again, striker wise, it has to be Lewandowski. He has to be in the squad, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put the players that Madrid and Barca have in the attack, which is Lewandowski, Yamal, Mbappe, and Jude, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go with Yamal, man. I think Yamal is crucial for right now in the squad. Could be top 5 controversial, top 5 best players in the world. He's not even 18 yet. I mean, he has to be in the squad, right? And I think this is the squad that this year, the 11 compared to each other. Now, this could very much change for the next El Clásico at not the Camp Nou, the Montjuic. This could be very different, but for now, in today's age, today's form, these are the players I think are in the starting 11, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I know that you guys are probably gonna, this is a controversial video. 4 Madrid players and 7 Barcelona players. Last year, I remember this list being more like 8 Madrid players and 3 Barcelona players. Things are different. Times have changed. and of course the way that Barca's playing right now, I'm not saying Madrid is losing tomorrow, because I have genuine confidence in my team. We like to perform in the big games. Madrid likes to perform in these big games, and I think tomorrow, this is my prediction. I guess we'll do it early today. I'm predicting a 3-1 win for Real Madrid. We're gonna concede first, I know it, but we're gonna bring it back with the Bernabeu. 3-1, because Barca showed a little bit of nervousness when they conceded. The Bernabeu is the place you do not want to get nervous, and if you do get nervous, it's very, very dangerous, man. Let me know in the comments, of course, what your prediction is and what you guys think about this lineup. Drop me your lineup. What do you guys think is the lineup that you would say that you would put of informed players, right? Not your favorite players, not, oh, I think Mbappe is better than Lewandoski. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about informed players. Drop it down. Without further ado, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying around, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. A la Madrid. And don't forget to sub.